just check these girls. I lodge in this hotel. I've been here now for some weeks now, and I've been watching them, the way they are always happy, always joyous, always excited. I bump into them dancing. Look at the way they are dancing. So I decided to ask one of them. I said, how much is your monthly salary? And she said, our salary is 200,000. 200,000 is less than $130 at the end of the month. And this is what these girls are receiving. And look at the joy. Look at the dance. Look at the moves. Look at the steps. Look at the way these girls are so excited, receiving that amount of money every month. And they are so excited. Oh my God. Nigeria women, I think you guys are one of the best. I love them at home. All my years in Europe, in some other countries, I have never seen this kind of excitement before. I have never seen people walking and they dance the way these girls are dancing. I tell you, the people in Europe or people in the UK, Canada, America, are they different from the people in Nigeria? Because look at the way these girls are dancing now. Their monthly salary is 200,000 naira. And look at the excitement in their face. This is not fake. They are not faking it, because all what I have been saying in Europe, this smile that comes from them is fake. Because when you tell someone in Europe to smile, the person will try to squeeze his face. The person will try to pretend that he's trying to smile, but they are not smiling. But look at the smile. Look at the way these girls are excited. Look at the way these girls are shaking their body. Look at the way these girls are jumping. Look at the way these girls are embracing one another. You know, in their place of work, this kind of joy is there. So if they can be happy here, just imagine what will happen when they get home. Because some people, naturally, people don't get happy when they get to work. But just check the excitement. Check the happiness inside of them. Check the way that these people are so excited. So just imagine what will happen when they get back home. You know, so I now discovered that the people that are living in Nigeria, these people are quite different from people that lives in Europe. Because somebody told me, said, look, because I was discussing with a friend in the US. I said, look at this girl. Because I sent the video to the person in US. I said, look at these girls. They earn less than $130 at the end of the month. And look at the excitement. Look at the dancing. Look at the joy that is coming out of them. So I told the person, I said, do you think that if these people travel to Europe or the US or Canada, that they will still have this same level of excitement inside of them? The person said, no, it's not possible. The person said, if these girls happen to travel to Europe, maybe they can try and hold it for 1 month. After 1 month, they will break down. They will not be able. He said, even if they come and meet him in the US, that the same thing will happen to them. And I began to say, okay, this guy might be right. Because there was a time some young girls, they were students, they came from Nigeria, they got admission, they came from Nigeria, South Africa, Ghana. So when they came to Europe, I was the one that went to receive them, you know, lodged them in the hotel, you know, the next day took them to the school and did the processing, and they started, you know, when these girls, they came, they were so happy, but after like some period of time, their countenance changed. You know, that joy in them disappeared. So I want to find out, why are people in Europe, I'm talking about mostly the women, at least the men used to try. The men used to try. Why are the African women in Europe, why are they not happy? Why are Nigerian women that are living in Europe, in the UK, in France, in Germany, in Dublin, why are they not happy? Because when you bought a flight and that flight is heading to Nigeria, check the flight. You'll find out that women in that flight, they are not happy. The men, you can see some bit of joy inside of them. You can see some bit of happiness inside of the men. But for the women, you can't find that joy inside of them. Because I was like saying that if these girls could, because you see, when you check in Europe, the women in Europe, they are more richer, because it's not the issue of money now. Because women in Europe are richer than the men. Yes, you might not agree with me. You know, Europe is quite different from Nigeria. The women in Europe, they are quite richer than the men in Europe. Whether she's working or she's not working, she's richer than a man in Europe. You know, I'm not going to break it down. You know, that is going to be a discussion for another time. So these women, it's not as if that they are broke. They don't have problem with money. They don't have problem with what they will eat. They don't have problem with what they will wear, they don't have problem with what they will buy for their children. But why are they not happy? Why are they not happy? Somebody told me something, said that the reason why the Nigeria or some other African women, that because it's not just a thing of Nigeria alone, even other African women, because I told you of those students that came, it was not just a Nigerian thing alone. Some of these women, they came from South Africa, Zimbabwe, Malawi, Zambia, Kenya. So you find out that after some while their joy disappeared. So someone was telling me that the reason why most of these African women, that when they get to Europe, that they lost their joy, they lost their happiness, is because these people, they are so greedy that they need more. That the women, because in Europe, I'm saying this again, the women in Europe, they are more greedy than the men. The women in Europe, they are more money conscious than the men. The way the women in Europe, the African women in Europe hustle for money, the men don't look for money that way. I'm telling you, because in Europe, that's what they call child's benefits. That money is given to every child from the day they give birth to that child till that child will get to 18 years. So the government pays that money to that child, and they don't pay the money to the man. They pay the money to the woman. So the woman is the one that is in charge of that money. So every benefit that comes to the family, I'm talking about a man and a woman that is married, every benefit that comes to that family does not go to the man. The benefit goes to the woman. Because you see, in Nigeria, when you want to address a family, you front a man in Nigeria, but it's not so in Europe. When you want to address a family in Europe, maybe the government wants to deal with a family, it's not the man that they put forward, the woman comes forward. Yeah, so any money that the government wants to give to the family, they don't pay that money to the man, they pay that money to the woman. So you now find out that this woman, she gets the money that the government gives to her and the children, because every week in Europe there is a certain amount of money that the government gives to the woman and the children, money to feed, money to buy clothing and some other things. That money goes into the account of that woman. Then every month there is this thing they call child's benefit. That money too also goes into the account of that woman. So when you check the man, now the man is working and the woman is not working. So when you check at the end of the month, the amount that the man is making, the woman's money is almost equivalent to the money that that man is making. So that is why I said that in Europe, that the woman is very rich than the man. So if the woman is richer than the man in Europe, so why are the women not happy? That is my question. Because now it's not the issue of money. It's not the issue of money. The problem now is that these women, they have everything, but why are they not happy? Why are they still keeping that ugly look? Why are they not? So you now find out that something is there that is they are not happy about. I don't really know what is that. So that is why I am saying that, because look at these girls now, they are dancing. These girls, they are dancing. Their salary is low. They have lower salary and they are dancing in Nigeria. But these same girls now that are dancing now, take them to Europe. Let them go there now. This dance will disappear. Yes, it will disappear. Because when they get there, something else will just consume them. And they say that thing is greed. I don't know if that thing is true. Because there is some of these girls that I know that when they were in Nigeria, when you give them some food without even meat, they will appreciate it. When you take them out and you buy them some good food from one of these eatery, oh, they will laud you. But as they landed in Europe, they landed in Canada, in America, they don't do that anymore. So when you give them one, they want 20. When you give them 20, they want 100. Like I said earlier, the man that you want to take money from, you are richer than the man. Because see, let me say something that you don't understand. You see, women are highly regarded in the West. The women are number one. They are the top priority. After children, let me just say this to you so that you can understand. In Europe, I want to put it so that you can understand. In Europe, people that they respect first is children. Children are number one, topmost priority. They respect children. They are called so much respect to them. They don't play with children in Europe. That is why they have, it's not something with Europe. It's just Western world. They don't play with children. Then number two, women. Number two, women. They honor, they adore women in Europe. Then number three is animal, that is pets. Maybe you have your pussycat, you have your dog, anything that has to do with pets. That is number three in Europe. Then man is the last, number four. You get what I'm saying? So man is the last. So that is why you see that men are more of the disadvantage in Europe. So these same men that are on the disadvantaged side, these same men that things are not working for, these women still want those same men to bring out their hard-earned money and give out to them. You get what I'm saying? Because I have settled so many cases in Europe. Well, you know, there is this guy, this young man from Edo State. The guy is from Benin. This guy and the wife, they've lived in I think they've lived in Germany before they came to the UK. From there, so we became friends. You know, they were attending so they normally attend my talk show. They have 5 children. They were always fighting, always fighting. And I asked them, I said, why are you guys fighting? So I now found out that the reason why this man and this woman are always fighting is because of money. Money. Okay, now the man is working, the woman is not working. But the money that the government gives to that woman, that money is more than what that guy is earning at the end of the month. But that woman still wants that guy to steal from his own money and give to her. So when this guy gives you this money now, what are you going to do with that money? Because already the money that the government is allocating to you is more than what that guy is working at. You know, so now you still want that guy. So that guy now began to ask the woman, what do you want to do with the money? Because your money is higher than what I am getting. So that is where their quarrel started. You know, so, and apart from that case, I have also treated so many other cases like that. You know, these people, so that is the reason why I feel that these women are not happy. So look at these girls now. I don't know. You just think about it. You think if these girls happen to travel to Europe tomorrow, that these girls will still be having this same dance that they are dancing? Because look at the way they are dancing. I'm just because I've not seen this kind of dance for a very long time. Because these people now, look at the money that they are earning. The money is low, less than $120 at the end of the month, and they are dancing this way. They are so happy. Look how chubby they are. Look at how full they are. Look at the way these girls are dancing. Just check the way they are dancing. These girls are happy. These girls are so excited. Just imagine. So I want us to, like, let's talk about it. If these people, these girls, if peradventure, let's say for example now, I said, okay, I want to like help them because these girls are hard working. Because I've been here for like more than 2 weeks now, lodging in this same hotel. I don't want to mention the name of the hotel because I don't have that permission to mention the name, you know, and I don't want to, like, you know, just do free advert for them. So if, say for example now, I said I want to take one of these girls to travel, do you think that these same girls will be very happy with me tomorrow, that they will not change? So let's discuss, let's have a conversation, let's talk about it and see if it's possible that if they travel tomorrow, they will still be happy. So let's go, let's talk about it. Let's go, let's talk.